Let's get into media issues as we do every Monday with Sophie Elsworth, the media writer with The Australian, joining us from Melbourne. Great to talk to you again, Sophie. Look, there's been so much focus on media coverage of what's been happening in Israel, and it's always so predictable, isn't it? The leftists in the media always wanted to turn it against Israel, even when we've seen the most horrific terrorism perpetrated against Israel. And there's been these reports about the ABC journalist in a WhatsApp group put up when those stories first came out, the horrific story about babies being decapitated. He sent a message out saying that this story about babies is bull crap. Now, Sophie, we kind of understand that at the time people hadn't seen pictures, there was no official correlation, but it gives away his tendency to disbelieve what Israel is saying, doesn't it?
Well, Chris, I thought Tom Joyner, the Middle Eastern correspondent for the ABC, absolutely did himself no credit at all.
Yeah.
The ego of him to put such a disgraceful message, and he didn't say bullcrap, he said the BS word, just so our viewers are absolutely clear. He said this in a WhatsApp group, Chris, to about 600 broadcasters from around the world. This is the ABC's representative in the Middle East, saying pretty shocking things when horrendous acts are taking place in Israel. And not forgetting to remind our viewers, this is the same journalist that said a couple of years ago he went to Gaza and he had a magnificent time. I mean, Gaza is, run by terrorists. And he said he had a wonderful time and couldn't wait to go back. Now, the ABC has spoken to him. He said he had remorse for this, and so he damn well should. But this is really disgraceful stuff, Chris, and it concerns me that that is their representative who is reporting back to Australians here on the ground. He's reporting to them with views like that. And where is his curiosity and concern with what's going on the ground when he makes this judgment?
Exactly.
I thought it was really, really shocking.
It's absolutely shocking. It's not good enough, but it's the same bias we've seen from a succession of ABC appointments to Israel. And it's what we see, the anti-Israel bias right across the ABC, and it is terrible, and Australians deserve better. Speaking of the ABC, there's a radio presenter on Triple J. His name is Nookie. And listen to what he put to air last night, his own little personal protest at the referendum result on our money.
Last night was the most overt, unconcealed manifestation of racism I've ever experienced in my whole life. Treaty now.
Treaty, yeah. Treaty now. Treaty, yeah. Treaty now.
Sophie, he played that song on repeat for a full hour.
And also, mind you, Chris, with comments from Linda Burney that she made at the end of that segment that he aired. Just reminding viewers again, Chris, the ABC staff had impartiality training, which I reported back earlier this year. They were given impartiality training on The Voice. Where is David Anderson and where is Justin Stevens? This stuff is going to air. Can you imagine if the yes vote got up? The ABC would have absolutely been throwing a party. This is really shocking stuff, Chris, from our taxpayer-funded broadcaster, in my view.
Yeah, they're paid to live up to the charter, not just to abuse that privilege by pumping out their own propaganda. Spot on, Sophie. Thanks so much for joining us.